Lying on your back, knees bent. If you need a pillow to support your head and neck to be more comfortable, please do that. And then just tune into your breath. Notice your in-breath. Notice your out-breath. Where do you notice the breath in your body? Maybe in your chest or your abdomen. Maybe you notice where the breath is entering and leaving the nostrils. Give your awareness to your breath. One more breath. Remember to check in with your breath often. It's a great reminder of what is going on with the body. Take your hands and clasp them and reach up toward the sky. Just do the best you can as we move through this gentle practice. It's not a contest and everybody's different, so you already showed up and that's a beautiful thing. You're going to reach the arms back, finding a stretch that's suitable for you today in this practice, and then bring the arms back. Switch the clasp. Just the other index finger goes on top, that's all. But it will feel like you have attached someone else's hands to your wrists. It's a little strange. And then you reach up and over, find what you find, and breathe. Let your arms rest out in a T. Breathing from the pinky finger all the way up toward your armpit, and then all the way from the outer shoulder down to the thumb. Just create a loop. Inhaling from pinky to the armpit, and then from the shoulder out to the thumb. Create spaciousness using your breath. A lot of us hold tension in our shoulders. So allow this breath to be like a gentle massage. Two more breaths. And bring your arms back up above you. You can have your palms facing one another. And you're just going to draw the infinity sign. It looks like a figure 8 that tipped over. So it's a side-lying figure 8. It can be as big or as tiny as you like. Just enjoying the movement of the shoulders and the arms, making an infinity sign. Notice your breathing. And then relax. Let your arms rest, this time by your sides, palms facing up. Bring your index finger to touch the tip of your thumb. And then release and bring the middle finger to touch the tip of your thumb. Release. Tip of the ring finger to the tip of your thumb. Release. And pinky. Tip to tip with the thumb. A couple more times, noticing the connection, being gentle, the tip of each finger to the tip of the thumb. One more time. These little teeny tiny activities slowed down can bring awareness to our breath and let calm take over. We could all use a tiny bit more calm. We're going to think now about the pelvis and the low back and that relationship. So I'm going to move my arms out of the way. You can rest your arms wherever they're comfortable. And I want you to arch your low back off the ground. So there's space now. And then you begin to flatten it out. So my pelvis is going to do this kind of rocking motion very slowly. Just arching the low back and then flattening the low back. Just a few times. Great to bring awareness into this area that works so hard. Arching and flattening. One more time. And then find the neutral between those two. So not arched and not flat, but maybe a tiny arch, a small arch in the low back. Bring your left ankle on your right thigh. Everybody feels this stretch differently. This could be calf, outer shin, IT band, hip and buttocks. And you'll just breathe here. At some point, you may decide that you want to bring the legs toward the body, and I'd like you to do that. You can hold the right leg if you want, or keep the arms out of it and let the muscles of your legs do the work. Or you can back off a little bit and then draw the legs in. Just breathing and noticing this stretching. And you have to work hard to hold the limbs. So good job for trying. 2 more breaths here. And very slowly you'll release. This time straighten the legs out. And just notice, bring awareness into your left leg and your right leg, your left hip and your right hip. There's no right answer, just notice what you feel. Bend your knees. Bring your right ankle on your left thigh. Check in. This is plenty. Only if you want to, you'll draw the legs in. And again, you could hold the left leg, thigh, or shin, or you can just let the muscles of the hip figure it out. Let the muscles in your legs and your hips and your core help with this stretch. Few more breaths here. And release. Stretch the legs out and again check in. Right leg and hip, left leg and hip. Breath. Bend your knees. Take your feet a little wider than your hips now. Your arms can rest wherever they're comfortable, by your sides or out in a T, or maybe even up and over. What feels good to you today in this practice? Let your knees drop to the left. Your head goes to the right. Come back to center. As your knees go to the right, you'll take your gaze to the left. Just the opposite direction with the legs and the head. If this does not feel good on your neck, you can just keep your head still and do the legs. Notice your breath and let this feel good. Sometimes it feels like a gentle twist. Other times it will feel like a stretch across the front of the hips and thighs. One more each way. And back to neutral. Bring your hands onto your belly. Focus your breath on the abdomen. Let your belly rise and fall. And you're just practicing and playing with this because sometimes we're not in tune with our breath. How we get in tune with it is practicing. It's like anything. So we're just practicing. You tune in to your body. You notice the abdominal area. You notice your hands resting there. And then you breathe. And perhaps your hands rise and fall with each breath. You're open to that possibility. When you're ready, roll to your side and gently press up. We'll take a seat on our mat. Again, you might sit on a blanket. A lot of what we're going to do, you could do in a chair. Just notice how you feel after doing those few gentle stretches. It's not about a big, vigorous practice. It's just about giving yourself some time to check in. Let's again take the tip of the index finger to the tip of the thumb. You can close your eyes at any time you're comfortable with that. Switch to the middle finger and the ring finger and the pinky finger. Do it one more time. Clasp your hands, reach the arms out and reach your arms up. Remember, they'll go where they go. Just breathe and notice. And then you'll release and switch the clasp, other index finger on top, borrowing someone else's beautiful hands and reaching up and releasing. And then we're going to remind ourselves of our figure 8 infinities. Reach your arms out in front. So we have a little more freedom now because we're upright. You might actually allow a little twist as you draw this infinity sign. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open. This is always your practice, right? A teacher is a guide on the side, and then you're the one that's in charge. your practice, your body, your breath. Coming back to center, release, palms down or up. Just take a couple of circles all the way around, keeping length in your neck the whole time. Even when you take the head back, you don't just drop, you think space, looking up at space and keeping space in the back of your neck. Switch direction. Come back to neutral and take a look to the side and through center and to the side. One more each way. This time you'll take a look to one side and then you'll drop your chin down toward your collarbone or toward your chest. Bring the chin back up through center to the other side and drop your chin. Chin lifts and you come back to center. I'll turn to the side. You don't have to. You're just going to walk your hands out. You might be sitting on a blanket. You might have books or yoga blocks to reach. I just wanted to have the practice without any props in case you don't have any. So you can experiment with propless yoga. Walking back in, switching the cross of your legs, and taking a journey outward. Only going as far as is right for your body today in this practice. Good job showing up and breathing. And then walking back in, use your hands, bring your legs up, and stretch your legs out. So you might have a bend here. You're just going to windshield wiper the legs. And we'll take a giant twist. Bring your right leg in. Wherever you bring it in is fine. You're going to take your left arm and hug your right leg. So you give your leg a hug because it deserves it. Notice the straight leg, straight-ish or straight, and flex the ankle. Bring your right arm back behind you. Full inhale, full exhale. One more. Slowly unwind. Switch sides. Draw this leg in. Don't worry, your heel might be way in, touching the buttocks. It might be out farther. And then you'll hug that leg. Take your right arm and wrap it around your left leg. Take the left arm back. And breathe. Sit up tall. Do your best. One more full inhale. And full exhale. Gently unwind. We're coming back down onto the back for Shavasana, final relaxation pose for this practice today. You can just come down any way that you're comfortable, or you can try to inch down. You might even allow the spine to round, thinking that you want to land one vertebra at a time. And at some point, you might just completely collapse into silliness and say, oh, thank goodness, I'm back on the ground. Let your legs straighten out. Let the body find the earth. Whether you're in your bed or on carpeting or a yoga mat or a floor, let your eyes close. Allow a space between your top and bottom teeth. And spend a good 3 to 5 minutes here. If you have 10 minutes, go for it. Super gentle practice. It counts. Your nervous system loves it. Stay as long as you like. Until I see you next time, namaste.